Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, clouds of all ages, welcome to the to the Sanctum Forecast. I'm not quite so sure whether or not my signal is lagging here, so I am a little concerned here, but we shall see. Nick, give me a thumbs up if I'm okay on the connection. We good? All right, it's thumbs up. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so welcome to the 27th Sanctum Forecast. We have a very special one for you here today. But of course, we have to go through a few housekeeping items. My name is Eno. I'm the Chief Vibes Officer over at Sanctum. And why are we here? Of course, it's to talk all about the Sanctosphere. And the Sanctosphere includes the most bullish news about the most delightful products, all shared with the most earnest Cloud fam. I see that we have a lot of OGs in the chat, so it's very good to see you folks. And for today's agenda, Giancarlo, always good to see you. We always say that we like to celebrate here together as one big family, but I think one thing that I'd like to say, just given what's happened over the last 24 hours, is we've had a pretty major event on Solana and the repercussions of Drift's situation. It remains to be seen. Our heart goes out, of course, to the Drift team. Everyone over at Sanctum is obviously, we work very closely with Drift, and it seems like they've unfortunately been a victim of a very sophisticated attack, and so to also our community members out there, we hope that you're doing well as well. So our heart goes out over to Drift as well as anybody who's been affected by that situation. But moving on, of course, like we're continuing to ship over at Sanctum lots of brand new, exciting products. And so some of the house rules for today, of course, we want you to keep the chat active. Number two, we want you to think long term. Short term, obviously, there's a lot of stuff and kerfufflery that goes around. Three, we could always do with more thoughtfulness and kindness, especially in this space. It can be quite rough. And last but not least, if you're not having a good time, why are you here, right? We're here because ideally we enjoy and love the work that we do. And of course, we want to share with you all of this work that we're so excited about. So today's agenda, of course, we're going to be covering, number one, some of the greatest, most delightful product updates over at Sanctum during Lightning Strike. Number two, we have a big warm welcome with a very special guest. I'm very glad that he was able to make some time today to speak to everyone here. And last but not least is what to expect going forward. So without any further ado, we have a very special video for you. Nick, play that clip.
What if crypto wasn't stressful or demanding? What if it was delightful? This is Sanctum app, and this is Albus. They're here to make holding crypto fun and guide your wealth journey on Solana. For a limited time, the Sanctum app is only available on Solana Seeker. Start earning up to 8% APY on your SOL. Introduce yourself to Albus and stack your first XP points, and look forward to more exclusive rewards coming soon.
I'm sure you folks have heard me screaming about this on the Solana ecosystem call, but we now have the Sanctum app on the Seeker. This is something that the whole team has been very, very excited about, grinding on all the characters. And I'd like to bring onto the stage the man that has been spearheading this entire effort, but of course it is a team effort. I'm bringing onto the stage FP. How are you, my man?
Hello. Oh wow, the visit was so nice. It was so cute. Yeah. Very,
Yes.
very
Yeah.
delightful. Yeah.
You've obviously had your heads down working on this project for a very, very long time. I'd love to just, before we get into the nitty gritty of it, just tell us how you're feeling. What are you feeling about the app right now? Are you excited? Like, just want to get some of the emotions in the room.
Yeah, I feel great. I feel fantastic. Actually, like I'm so proud of the team. And when I open the app, it just puts a smile on my face, really. Like those who OGs will know that we wanted to do like a consumer app for like a long time, like since 2024. But like the time just wasn't right, like internally, and yeah, and now kind of like 1.5 years later, we're finally out. And I'm just so happy because I just am so excited about, like, for me, it's like very, very excited to bring crypto like to the masses, right? In a, like a non-degenerate way, and I think the video just sums it up, right? Like, what if crypto is less stressful, more delightful? I love that. Yeah, so very 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 pleased and excited to get this app out. And I, of course, I tell the team like the app is today is like the worst it will ever be. Like it's shitty, right? I mean, let's not call it shitty, but it's not up to the standards that I would like, right? As nothing ever is, to be honest. But it's the worst that it will ever be, and it will get better from here. So I'm very very happy, very proud, very excited. Yeah, to keep building on this app. Yeah.
Yeah, some context for our audience here. Whenever you talk to FP and you ask them questions like what really gets you excited for the future, it's really the consumer application side, right? And that's where, I mean, if you look at the value stack as well, we have this internal graph that we use about in Sanctum where we like to capture value along the stack, and the holy grail is consumer, right? It's having that direct connection and owning that bit. But admittedly, that's the hardest part now, isn't it, FP?
Yeah, I mean, not to be clear, right? Like the rest of the business, like the B2B side, like absolutely that's profitable and we'll continue to grow it, right? But I think what really kind of like got me into the space, right? And like, how we did sort of like, Wonderland in 2024, all of that is coming from a deep desire to delight the user and build something that's like delightful, and, when you do institutional sales, as you know, you don't quite get the same feeling, and so like the Sanctum app is really something that is, close to my heart personally. Yeah, and so yeah, very excited to have it on and to keep improving it. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Sorry, looks like my internet's a little slow. Can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit. Like
okay, perfect.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So we want to talk about what the default crypto app experience is, right? So number one, lots of speculative trading, followed by leverage. Arguably, that we're in a Great Depression right now with retail because they've lost so much of their money on leverage, and of course, gambling, right? So this remains to be seen how people feel about Polymarket. Is that just gambling, or is it really a different way to predict outcomes as a society? I don't know. But like obviously, like this is the default crypto app trading experience. And what we're doing over with Sanctum app is completely different, right? So maybe you can walk us through each of these pillars, FP. So number one would be, of course, delightfulness, right? It's like a core tenet of the products that we build.
Yeah. So again, when we think about like how we design, the app, right? We kind of use this word all the time, like delight. And what does it mean? Why is it important to delight users? I think, what does it mean, right? For us, I think it's like joy, right? It's like when you open the app and something kind of like viscerally like makes you feel like I was like ooh, and you smile and you're happy, right? That's kind of like the feeling that we're trying to kind of give with the app. Because I feel like there's so much negativity like in the space and the Twitter and the world, right? And it's just you open, it's like fuck, this person got hacked and I lost money and this, like we don't want like that to be like the primary emotion. We want you to feel like kind of like delight. And of course, we cannot control whether the price go up and down, but what we can control is our mindset, right? Like how we think about this, right? If you're bullish something long term, right, you shouldn't let the kind of like the short term stuff shake you up, for example, right? And how we design, for example, putting Elvis front and center everywhere. We think he's very cute, and this again brings a delight to people. Internally, right? Some companies talk about kind of like daily active users, monthly active users. Internally, our North Star is how many delighted active users, right? So how many people really enjoy the app and have a smile on their face. So that's super, super important. It's like the number one design principle.
Yeah. And also simplicity is another key because our industry is plenty complex enough. I mean, like I'm not so sure if I can explain signing signatures to my mother, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think this one's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, obviously, many of you guys come from DeFi, you're DeFi natives, right? And I mean, even it's crazy, right? It's like, okay, like staking, like liquid staking LSTs and a JLP and leverage multiplier. It's like, oh my God, like what the hell is this, And then you have like the tokens with like 7 letters in the USD dash blah 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 dash blah blah blah. It's like, it's very complicated, right? And I mean, to each their own, right? I mean, I think there is definitely time and place for this kind of complexity. But I think for most people, in order to have good financial life, good have financial hygiene, you don't need all these complicated things. Really, what you need to do is very simple philosophy, right? You buy good assets and you hold them for the long term, right? And so there is some complexity related to blockchain, right? To staking everything. We try to abstract all of this away from Sanctum app, right? So you deposit the SOL, you get a SOL every day, right? And then you don't need to know liquid staking, whatever. You don't need to know any of this, right? We just it's just the money is working for you. That's ideal. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's staking done from first principles of like how would you redesign staking for like anybody, right? And that's what somebody would expect. They would expect their yield. Like, what's an epoch? I don't give a shit about that. Like, I want my yield now, and we're able to do that now. And of course, we want it to be meaningful, right? To go beyond just like this is just like another place where I can gamble my life savings away.
Yes. I really find that this is why are we here, right? I think we are here because we want to build something meaningful, right? Something that makes people's lives better, right? And without sort of casting shade, right? I feel like the industry a little bit is optimizing for like what is getting people hooked and getting people to trade lots of money and pay a lot of money in trading fees and this and that. That's not meaningful to me. I think what we are here to do is really try to make people like better off, right? So this is why we are trying to build the app in different way, right? To make sure that when people enter the app and when people exit the app, right, they are better off than when they started, right? Rather than like they're gambling their paycheck every week on this app. Like, what's the point? Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So getting into that point, we want to encourage healthy long-term financial habits, which is, by the way, I mean, we're so skewed in the other direction just because of the echo chamber that we find ourselves in. But most normal people are like this, right? Like most normal people are not like participating in meme coin launches or like trying to find new financial opportunities. They're just looking to set it, forget it, find something that's quality and like have it grow with them into their retirement, right? Like that's what most normal people are like. And so we'd like to help most normal people as opposed to some of us that want to make 1,000x on a shitter.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I resonate very much with this. I think this is how we conduct our own sort of like financial affairs, and we want to bring that to the rest. I mean, of course, the app is with SOL, starting with SOL, and we have been here on Solana for 5 years now, right? We wouldn't be here if we didn't believe in the asset. We've been around for the ecosystem. We've seen the phenomenal growth of Solana, right? And we think that Solana is an asset that you can hold for the long term, and that's kind of why we're starting with Solana. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. And also, we want to make holding quality assets fun. So I don't know how much you're willing or able to share around this, but yeah, there are a few assets that we would be able to say like, yeah, this is a quality asset. We know the founders. We know how this is tokenized. Yeah. Is there anything you can share around here?
Yeah, the short term, I mean, obviously we're starting with yields on Sol because that's, what Sanctum is really good at, providing yields on Solana, right? We are the top liquid staking protocol. But, we definitely see this app as going beyond Solana, right? And so, which assets we will onboard, it will obviously depend. But we really want to think about not letting you trade all the tokens all the time, but rather like, here's how we think is the right way to think about a token, right? And here's how we think is the right way to value a token and hold a token. And then here's the very short list of tokens we think that meet this bar. And so kind of like that's a very opinionated kind of look at the ecosystem. So that's something we're also doing differently as well. Yeah.
Right. And I think that's a really nice introduction into some other features with the application. So this is Albus, our very lovely mascot. I can see. You're wearing the Sanctum shirt right now, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you got Albus over there too, right? If I'm not mistaken, it was like over 100 different iterations to get to Albus, and all made with circles, by the way, which is kind of nuts. But anyway, that's a story for another time. You can earn daily rewards from your first deposit. And you can accumulate XP. So it is there, and we have a very exciting campaign designed around this. I'm not so sure I want to spoil it, but is there anything you want to say here, FP, before we keep rolling?
No, it's good.
Okay, cool. And so we also have a letter that FP has written. If you haven't had a chance to read it, please scan this QR code here. Is there anything you want to share about that letter, or any context you want to share around it?
It's just, it's a letter that I wrote from the heart, right, about the Seeker users because, as we know, we're launching on the Seeker first. I'm a big fan of the Seeker, this whole, like, Solana mobile, and very soon we'll have talk about that. I think the Sanctum app is a great way for us to kind of express really how we feel about this industry, and also like for the people who buy Seeker, right, and believe in this vision, we really want to support them as well. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, without further ado, Nick, play that clip. That's right, everybody. Seeker Season is now live. And to tell you all about Seeker Season, of course, we have a very big, warm welcome with the man, the myth, the legend, Magellan. What's good, my man? How are you?
What's up? How's it going? Thanks a lot for having me. Super pumped to be here. Nice to see you, Eno and FP, and of course, all the Sanctum fans and maybe some Seekers as well in the audience.
Yeah, I mean, Magellan is a man who needs no introduction. He's been in the Solana ecosystem literally forever. OG Mountain DAO was working at Foundation for the longest time, and is now doing the Lord's work over with the Solana mobile team. Of course, staying within the Sanctum family. Yeah, I mean, like before we get into it, man, like how's life? How are you doing? How's the Seeker team?
Doing well, man. Yeah, we're working hard. Life is good. Family's healthy. Can't ask for much more than that. Grateful. But yeah, Seeker team's doing well. We're trying to balance right now, like really, really delivering value for Seeker users and expanding our BD efforts to try to get the Solana mobile stack on other phones. So that's like something we're really pumped about. I think it could be a big value add for folks in the background, who maybe aren't even Seeker users yet, maybe just like Solana DeFi users, Sanctum users, people who love Solana. So I think could be something cool. But yes, team's doing well, continuing to ship, and yeah, definitely. Yesterday was tough. Obviously, I just started the show with Drift, but definitely, there for them. It was cool to see the ecosystem show up a bit. And, as Solana always does, we'll get through it together.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely been a rough 24 hours, but at the same time, it is a family, and as a part of succeeding together, obviously, it makes a lot of sense for Sanctum to launch the application first on the Seeker. And so maybe we can just start with that. Why on Seeker, right? Like, why would we launch on Seeker as opposed to anywhere else? FP, Magellan, I'll leave it up to you. But Magellan, for your answer, I definitely want to hear. Like what are the advantages of launching on Seeker versus any, let's say the duopoly?
Yeah, sure. I'm happy to get into it. Yeah, this is my job. After chief phone salesman, totally, of course. I would say, yeah, for us, we have a really strong group of power users. So for developers, looking to bootstrap an app, we see kind of like two flavors. One is you want to expand your user base. Another is like kind of like Sanctum, where it's like, okay, we want to start off with a smaller, more curated power user base. Let's see how they use the app. Let folks break it, like test this mobile experience, get some feedback from users, and really iterate from there. So I view it as this kind of like power iteration machine for product market fit. So especially if you may be expanding to Android for the first time, it's a great playground for that. We love our Seeker users. We have over, I think, 115,000 activated devices and over 150,000 sold. And so, you have this core group of small users that is just ready to try your app. And I think as of, it was like early March, I'll have to double check because it's always changing, but it's been over 6 billion volume on just Seeker, which is like pretty amazing because you don't want to like have your life savings on there. Like I can't like go that far, but people are using this, getting excited about different apps, trying and discovering new things, and it's really a delightful experience for users as well. And to your second point, like the duopoly point, for developers, like you're going through less of this red tape that you go through with crypto apps on the Dapp Store, or not the Dapp Store, on the Play Store and Apple Store. So you're not getting taxed 30% as well on top of that, and so don't pay the 30% tax to Google and Apple. I don't know if they need that. They might disagree with me, but we're happy to keep that in the ecosystem and yeah, get rid of that red tape and just ship. But yeah, FP, if you want to expand on that and how your experience was, happy to have you jump in.
Oh yeah, I'm so happy that we launched on Seeker, right? I'm very very happy. I mean, first of all, narratively we're so aligned. I mean, like I think the world is ripe for like a Solana mobile and like a mobile phone that is like that has kind of like a crypto wallet built in, right? And I think that's like super super like critical because I think that crypto is for everyone, right? It's gonna take over the world, and so we need a device that treats that as a first class citizen. So we're super aligned there. And then the second thing is that this, the Seeker team just been fantastic, right? We're very responsive, right? Like, we have like a proposal with like, hey, we have this last like final build, we're updating. Can you guys please get it approved? And everyone's like, yeah, like absolutely no problem. So very very grateful. And then that launch kind of like it was just like very smooth, like nothing went wrong, everything went out. So like that's the best part of a good launch is a launch where it's boring, and it was a very boring launch. I mean, it was very exciting, but it was a very boring launch. And that was fantastic. So 10 out of 10. I would recommend all teams launch on Seeker. Yeah.
And that kind of gets us into the Dapp Store's advantage. And Magellan already covered this a little bit, but you don't have to pay the troll toll to the troll, right? So that 30-40%, you can keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
And how's the Sanctum app performing so far? I mean, it's been a boring launch, but boring in the sense that no nasty surprises, only good,
yes.
only good numbers rolling in. A little birdie told me that we have a few thousand users so far. Is that true, FP?
Yeah, so from what I can see, like the numbers also change day by day, go up. We have like 6,000 signups, over 6,000 signups, and we have like over $1 million in the app, which is like it's like crazy to me. Yeah. So yeah, the app the app is in very early beta. You may lose all your money, so please don't put your life savings in there. Whatever, I really do mean that. But yeah, nonetheless, it's very heartening to see kind of like a lot of people trusting us, and we're not gonna take that very lightly. But yeah, the launch went as well as it could, better than what we expected personally, and even since then we've had really steady input of users coming, giving us feedback, and some of them are saying I hate it, which is good, right? We also want to hear this, and some people are saying we love it, and that's also good to hear. Yeah, it's been great. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super stoked to hear that, and yeah, honestly, like Sanctum's been crushing it. It's even higher than FP was saying. In the past couple of days, it spiked up a bit, so we're up to 12.8K installs like total for Sanctum, and it's a top 5 app right now in the Dapp Store. Obviously, like we usually see these spikes, like to be candid, around like Seeker season teams. So teams that we're helping push and get distribution. That's like what we want to do too. Is something like we try to give, at least right now where we can. It won't last forever. So launch soon, launch now in the bear where it's, you can really go after this group of users with all you have, and we can really help you with, helping with launch, helping get you distribution from a marketing perspective, from the carousel placement in the store. So yeah, Sanctum's been doing awesome. We'd love to have Albus on there. And I think like, weirdly, like Albus and I think the principles of Sanctum kind of align with, like Sana Mobile. We want to deliver this delightful, consumer experience, and so I think there's a lot of alignment there naturally.
Yeah. What kind of strikes me is that I remember seeing this totally tweet. It has like, look, you can find your first 10,000 users on Seeker, and that's absolutely true here. We got like 12.8 thousand installs. Now the real question is like, is the app any good, right? Because like, you can certainly get 12,000 installs, but like, do people stay is a big question. And so like, that's a puzzle that we're constantly working through. But can say with confidence that like, if you want a shot, right, the Seeker ecosystem is a great place for you to get started, and then it's really just based on the
Yeah.
merit of your own ideas and what you built.
Yes, that's on us, right? To get the
Yeah, yeah.
12,800 installs, okay, the Seeker team can help. And then to keep these users, that's on us, right? So, yeah.
Yes, correct. Okay, well, that's actually some really delightful news. I wasn't expecting to get that live on the stream, but do appreciate that. And Magellan was alluding to this earlier, but we are one of these so-called Seeker season teams. We have a very well designed campaign for y'all. We talked about it earlier, which is that you could start earning experience points as soon as you start making your first deposit. So those folks that have put in $1 million collectively into the the Sanctum app are obviously going to be eligible for Seeker season. So tell the people a little bit more about Seeker season, FB.
Oh yeah, so the Seeker season is something that we really put some time in designing, and the idea really is to kind of just make the experience of holding Solana in the app more delightful. Now, I think, like broadly speaking, there are kind of like two ways to do to retain users. Like one is that you throw money at them, right? And then the second way is that you deliver like a really delightful experience. And we prefer to go the second one because we are not in the habit of throwing money at people. So Seeker season, what it's about, right? It's really trying to make, the idea is to make holding as fun as trading. And so as you hold, right, Solana in the app, right, you are gaining experience, right, and these experience are unlocking like cosmetic items. So at the moment, right, we are doing this idea called like a world tour, where Albus right now in the app, it's like on just a blue background, and and as you unlock the backgrounds, like as you unlock, deposit sold, you're going to unlock backgrounds, which are locations, right? And then Albus will travel to these locations. Now it's purely cosmetic, but the idea is that, we want to give people like something that is, delightful, and, the city that you live in might be featured in one of these backgrounds. So, I won't spoil the surprise, but, we have locations from all over the world, including a very Solana aligned, shall we say, location. And then for those who understand, where Solana, this name comes from, will understand. So, just giving a delightful experience. Of course, we are not expecting people to kind of deposit for no reason. So we're also giving a promotional rate of 8% on your SOL, and that's not something you're gonna get anywhere else. It's a promotional rate, and it's a marketing expense on our side. But we're very happy to to give this exclusively to the Seeker users. Yeah.
Magellan, I mean, I hope you've also enjoyed collaborating with us. How's it been on your side?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Like I said, yeah, we're super grateful to have you, and yeah, see some of those, exclusive experiences for seekers. Obviously, the app itself being the big one, and so yeah, it's been awesome. And yeah, just to also speak to seeker season more broadly, it's something we've been doing now. This is the second seeker season, so we're basically trying to highlight an app every week. We had a really successful one, seeker season 1. Which eventually, culminated in the launch of our token SKR, and now we want to continue that. There's still a ton of new apps that we want to show love, get in front of users, have these awesome experiences and exclusives. Some of the apps this season, along with Sanctum, we've had everything from different games, like Magic Block launched a game. This is called Colony, where you can kind of collect resources, flash trade for perps, where users got $10 to trade for free, like the first 1,000 seekers that signed up. We've also had Orb, like Mert's fun little explorer project, and he's got, I think, like 3 other projects since then, so he's going wild shipping. So yeah, we're really grateful for all these teams that are shipped. So whether you're looking for like DeFi, something like really delightful and simple, like, Sanctum's awesome experience to get yield, we've got something for you. So we'll have more this season. It'll probably run into the summer, so plenty of time to still get involved if you're not a seeker yet. But yeah, Sanctum's been awesome. Like, you guys have been super responsive. You're having me on here, letting me be a phone salesman. So grateful for that. And yeah, we hope to see the app continue to evolve as well. And also hope it can be a springboard for you guys to, like, eventually launch, in the Play Store and the App Store more broadly.
Yeah. I was really bearish on the Secret at first. What was it called? What was the first version of it? It was the
Saga.
It wasn't the Saga, right? The Saga. The
Yes,
phone quality was a
okay.
potato, right?
I appreciate I appreciate the honesty. It's okay. let us have it.
Yeah, no, I got into a few debates with Tolle about, like, whether or not a third-party manufacturer could ever crack the duopoly, and, like, what is your supply chain going to look like? And don't get me wrong, like, those are all legitimate questions, but at the same time, like, having a on-chain first experience with, like, a security element that's dedicated just to storing the keys. I mean, this is all table stakes, and it's important, I think, to have those features on a phone, and someone has to do it. And so, wild swings only, right? Oh, bold moves only. When can we
Yes.
do you know if Tolle has used the Sanctum app?
I did not, but I can certainly show him in his DMs. So I'll try to get on his radar.
I want to shoot a Tolle Sanctum app commercial.
That would be amazing. I would love it. Yeah, I'll shoot him a DM and see, try and get him. I'm sure I cannot imagine his notifications, but yes, I'll try to get in front of him. The commercial would be amazing. And broadly, I think
sure.
Like your skepticism is, like, totally justified. I think it's, like, certainly a moonshot. The first phone was definitely more of a bit of a brick, and quite a hefty thing. And like Emmett, our head of Solana Mobile, who leads the business, he always says, like, hardware sucks. Like, it's really tough to do the supply chain stuff. It's really hard to convince people to, like, either switch their phone or to get even a second device. Like, that's a big thing. I think, we're grateful to the ecosystem, like, definitely caught lightning in a bottle a bit. But I am really happy with the build of the Seeker. I think, having that delightful experience, and we even now see, like, some of the larger companies, like, patenting crypto features, like Samsung and, like, some of the giants. So I think, we're kind of directionally in the right spirit. It's just a matter of timing. And we want Solana to be that default option as we continue to grow. But yeah, maybe the path to that is a little Tolle Sanctum commercial. We'll see.
Please don't ask Tolle to deposit too much SOL, because otherwise we're gonna have to subsidize. Can you imagine if it's $1 million SOL in there? It's like, oh no, Tolle, we can't pay you. We can give you 2% on your SOL.
All right, gentlemen.
In all seriousness, I think, like, the first, like I think this is just proof that if you just have a product, good idea, you just iterate on it and you get better and better every generation, right? Like the Saga, not great, right? Seeker, very usable phone, like, it is my daily driver actually. I have, one phone for work, one phone for personal, and then it's I use it every single day.
We love to hear that.
That's
it.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, for real. And I was gonna talk to you after the call, buying one for the whole team so we can get them all on the app. And then the last thing is that the one thing I would say is still a long way to go, right? Because the number one comment that I get is like, okay, this app looks great. When is it coming to iOS, right? And these guys are married to their iPhones, right? Like half my team, right, is like on iPhones, and like, it's like, okay, long way to go still, but we will get there. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm super stoked to hear that. And yeah, I think, like, there's a lot of people married to the iPhone. Like, Apple just has, like, a massive massive moat there. I think, like, when it comes to Android, we have a decent shot, but yeah, let's chat after the call. And yeah, I encourage anyone, like, if you want to give it a shot, or if you have questions, like, reach out to me, the team, tag us, complain, tell us how it could get better too. And yeah, when iOS, I'm actually, like, one of the last few remaining Android people. So I've got, like, Samsung for my main. But I think most people, yeah, it takes some convincing to move over. So yeah, bring your skepticism, and yeah, let's see. I would love to see Sanctum take the leap from here to Play Store and Apple as well.
Yeah, I mean, it goes without saying that anyone who's seen the Seeker and compared to the Saga, I mean, it's a huge jump in terms of the quality of the phone. Much lighter, battery is much better. The camera is great too. Feels a lot like stock Android. So if you like the Samsung experience, you're definitely going to like using the Seeker. That is time, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. FP, Magellan, honestly, always a pleasure to speak to you too. And very bullish on both the Seeker as well as the Sanctum app. We got a long way to go, gentlemen.
Yes, always a long way to go, always more to build. Thanks a lot for having me on. And yeah, FP, always great to see you. And yeah, if you, like I said, join the Seeker family, you can still get one. We've still got some. And if not, yeah, let us know what we can improve or convince you to join us. So thanks again, guys. And yeah, hope to see you again soon.
Yeah. And FP, you got any closing remarks?
No, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm really, really excited about the app and the launch. It really does represent, a dream come true for me. So I'm very, very happy for everybody. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for your time, gentlemen. And just closing remarks from myself, a couple of things just some housekeeping items, actually. So what to expect going forward. Number one, if you never want to miss another Sanctum Forecast, you can just scan this lovely little QR code over here, and you will get updates in your calendar whenever we do have a surprise forecast talking about the latest and greatest in the Sanctosphere. And of course, if we have Sanctum events just all around the world, sometimes we do things around major conferences. And so if we do have, let's say, a very fancy institutional dinner and you want to be invited, all you want to do is scan this fancy schmancy QR code right over here. So love you all. Thank you so much for joining the Sanctum Forecast, and we'll see you on the next one. Go download the Sanctum app over on your Seeker phone, okay? You won't regret it. Get your XP.